Welcome here to this video. My name is Lukas Mankow and here to the English learning update. It's already a month ago that I did the first video about my goal to become a native or to sound like a native English speaker in the next 3 months. And yeah, the 4 weeks are over or a bit longer. I should record this video I think 3-4 days ago, but I had a lot of stuff to do and we are right now here in Biarritz. So the last 2 days I surfed the whole day, so I don't have time, but now we have and we film here the English learning update. So let's go. I am a bit disappointed about this project and about my progress in the last 3 to 4 weeks. And I think it's important to be totally honest about it and to share everything about it, because the first 2 weeks were really good. I created a habit to learn 2 hours a day to improve, and I really need to say my English improved in the last 4 weeks, but it could improve way more, because after 2 weeks I traveled to New York and to America. You saw one video in New York here on this channel, and when you travel, it's your schedule and your routine is so different. So normally I have my morning routine, and I will do a video about the morning routine after this video so you can see my morning routine. But when you travel a lot or often in general, you miss out on your morning routine. You don't do everything what you normally do at home, because I don't know why actually, because maybe you want to go out, see the city, you are more active, you do more things, but I don't know. I think it happens every time I travel, and maybe you know and you recognize the same about your habits. So I missed out on a lot of things. So I learned, and I would say I learned maybe not every day, but every second day, and sometimes only 30 minutes instead of 2. And it was really tough. So I could improve my English way more. But right now I'm back. I said to myself, I need to learn more. And in the last month, I tried a lot of things out, and now I think I have the ones that are like most important for me at the moment to improve my English. So let's come back to the things I talked about in the last video, which I tried, and now about my results and also my conclusion about what worked well and what not. So first of all, I said I booked some one-on-one coaching lessons on italki. You can talk to native people in America, or maybe when you want to learn a different language in another country. So you talk to a native English speaker, or I talk to a native English speaker twice a week, and it was great because I learned and I got more self-confident in speaking in English, and especially in real conversations. So we talked about really hard stuff, and it was really beneficial. We talked about politics, about nature, and all these things I have never talked before. And of course, when you never talked before about a topic like this, you don't know the right words. You just learn a lot of things, by the way, in talking about the topic, and you get out of your comfort zone. I think that's like the most important thing, what I got from these lessons. So in total, I did 8 or 10, I don't know exactly the number, coaching sessions, and it was great. But now I said, okay, it's 1 hour per session. And again, I said at the beginning that I stopped learning every day, and I sometimes only 30 minutes because I had so much to do, and I traveled, and now I travel again. So I don't have so much time, and I only want to focus on the most important things that bring me the most value. And I just realized after like 5 or 6 sessions that my learning curve got a bit flat, a bit more flat. At the beginning I learned a lot through the conversations, but then it got a bit down. So I said, okay, I will stop this and focus on the most important thing, what is most beneficial for my English, and that's learning words, vocabularies, and to speak more, to talk more in general. And 2 things I realized helped me the most. So first of all, reading loud. So really read a book, pronounce every word and spell it out loud. So just I don't know, I don't have kids, but when you have kids, and what my mother and my dad did when I was a small kid, they read books to me, that I fall asleep. So that's what I do in my room, in my bed in the evening. I just read out loud, and it helps a lot to improve your accent and and it teaches you how you need to pronounce different words. And what I do when I don't know how to pronounce a word, I have my app Google Translate, and you have again the voice button, and it tells you how you need to pronounce the word. So that's super easy. And my routine for this at the moment is that I read 10 pages a day out loud. Really easy. I maybe take 20 minutes for it. And first of all, I learn about the content, what is in the book, and I train my pronunciation. So that's really, really beneficial. The second thing is reading, but with the purpose of learning new words. So I read again 10 pages, but now I don't focus and I don't speak loud or read loud. Now I try to translate every word from English to German. And when I don't know the word, I look it up and I write it down here in my notebook. And you can see here are a lot of words that I need to learn and that I learned. And that's like the best way to learn words, because when you just have when you just Google English words, I don't know what, you have really, really unrelated things. So right now I read a book about, or I read a book about how we as humans are connected to our ancestors, our ancient ancestors, our hunter-gatherers. And I learned so many words about this topic because I was interested in, and that's what I do now. So every time I don't know the word, I write it down here in my book, and then after this I learn them for 20 minutes every day. So I read 10 pages a day loud, then I read 10 pages a day only focusing on learning new words, and then I learn 20 minutes, all the words I wrote down. So at the end I would say I invest 1 hour and 10 to 20 minutes every day. And so if I compare it with my schedule before, I learn less, but way more efficient, because I really found out what helps me the most at this point. And maybe you want to learn a language, and at the beginning you can't speak the language, or you don't know anything about the language. Of course, some things are more important than reading and reading out loud, because you are not capable of doing it. So you need to focus on other things, but keeping it lean, and always think about what are the 20% that make 80% of the outcome is important and extremely important. It's always the most important thing what I focus on when I try to learn new things, and it helps me a lot. So another thing what I did and what I realized was, when I learn these words, I learn them from German to English, because right now I still think in German. The reason and the problem is, sometimes I know all the words, but I think about the German word and I don't know, what is this word in English? And it's really confusing, because I know all these words. When I look it up, I say, oh, so clear. But yeah, through learning from German to English, it sticks way better to your head, and it's way easier at the beginning. What I also do, and what you need to do this. Just learning words is not beneficial for improving your language skill, because what my teacher also taught me when I talked to him in our talkie, that a lot of people have problems because they know too much words. They don't know which one is the right one in the context. So when I learn a word, I always try to bring it in the context. So I try to learn a whole sentence instead of only a word. How I do it is really easy. When you type in the word in Google Translator, it recommends you a sentence where the word is used with a translation. And that's amazing, because then I try to learn, again, not just the word, I learn the sentence, and I learn how is this word used in the sentence. Because for one word like fun, the word fun, there are 5 or 6 different other words in English how you can describe something that is fun. It's maybe a bit more fun, a bit less funnier, but there are so many words that mean the same when you just translate it into German, but they have a bit, the meaning is a bit different from each word. So it's really important to learn the word in a context. So what I would recommend, and what I do, is not just learn the word, I also try to learn the sentence, or one sentence behind this word, so that I know how I can use it in my day-to-day life, when I talk, when I speak, and when I film videos or something else in English. So yeah, that's all about my English learning update. I'm still really confident that I can reach my goal of speaking and communicating like a native English speaker in the next 2 months, because I have 2 months left. But I need to get back into my routine and to implement that habit into my morning routine, yeah, or better, in every day. Yeah, it's important. And the last 7 to 14 days I wasn't consistent, and that's completely normal. I mean, everything what I did and everything what I tried to learn before this, you never start and everything is running well. A lot of times you get distracted. You don't how I can say it, you don't accomplish it easy, and the way is not straight. The way is a lot like a curve, and up and downs and so on. So yeah, that's just a bit here for the ending of the video. So I hope you liked the video, and we see us again in the next one, in the next English learning updates. See you again in the next video.